And we're going to end our day on a really heartwarming story because right now leftists are 100% eating their own. And we're going to be starting off with Columbia University, just a bastion of progressive ideas. So progressive, in fact, that they are, in fact, going back in time. As they're going to be segregating students by race, class, and sexual orientation for graduation ceremonies. Meaning something that should last, for a few hours, maybe up to like 5 or 6 hours, because university graduation ceremonies are normally a fucking AIDS-ridden affair. I don't even know. I think mine was supposed to last like 4 hours long, and I didn't even bother showing up. But that's another story for another day. But they're at Columbia. They're so progressive. They're gonna have like a week's worth of graduations. There will be a native graduation, a lavender graduation, Asian graduation, FLI graduation for the first generation and low income community. I guess they get to go ahead and intermingle, but that's the only exception. And Latinx graduation. Oh, I'm sorry. And a black graduation. There are no whites. I don't get it. Columbia University has reversed decades upon decades of integrated education by enforcing segregated graduation ceremonies. The university, once a stronghold of liberalism, is now separating students according to race and other identities for reasons of... Oh, there, we'll clarify. Lavender is for the alphabet people. And I wonder if it's going to be... Okay, because that's a picture of a graduation ceremony. I wonder if it's going to be gays on one side, lesbians on the other. Bis will just go ahead and flip over their chairs and set them four per. And then, trans are going to be probably up at the front, but who knows? Who cares? But you know what? This is a good thing. This is a good thing. The Canadian version of The View, which I know, what is there, like 3 or 4 people? And here's our Meghan McCain equivalent up here in the top left-hand corner. I think that's Joy Behar. No. Remember, this is a good thing, and their justification for it. The other one, the Columbia themselves, it was decided by the school council. And that's great because I think, 10% of the population want it, so fuck it, good enough. Hosts of CTV's The Social have made their position clear on whether or not students should voluntarily segregate themselves for additional graduation ceremonies, saying that segregation is a good thing, actually. Hot take. The panel unanimously voiced their admiration for the forward-thinking attitudes, so you know that they have a delightful conversation if all 4 of these bipedal things, that's about the nicest thing I can say, would totally agree on this 100%. There are no dissenting opinions. Columbia notes that complementing our school and university-wide ceremonies, these events provide a more intimate setting for students and guests to gather, incorporating meaningful cultural traditions. You're at a fucking university to get a degree, and most of you are going to be getting worthless pieces of paper that just mean you're going to be overqualified Starbucks baristas, not cultural traditions, and celebrate specific contributions and achievements of their communities. Why was it their communities that allowed them to pass the tests, or whatever qualifies as getting the proper recognition? Is that what we're going by? Who fucking knows? Let's see what these fucking wastes of skin. I'm sure that somewhere along the line my taxpayer money is going to be funding this abomination. It's not segregation, it's emphasizing and celebrating where you come from. I think it's important to recognize that our community, your village, brings you to a graduation stage, and you don't do it alone. And a lot of the times it's harder because of how people identify. No, it just means that the ceremony is going to take longer because you keep identifying as shit that doesn't make any fucking sense. And you don't bring your entire community to the graduation stage. At the end of the day, you're the one who put pencil to paper. And that's the only person who's getting celebrated. The ones who actually made the sacrifice, even though, universities for the fucking birds. Sorry for the tough talk. But yeah, that's just, once again, just showing you where bad ideas fester in the university system. And eventually we're just going to get to a point where if people actually go back to work in a brick and mortar office, it's just going to get segregated into the future as these assholes just permeate the rest of the working environment. Yeah, you're going to have the blacks on floor 3. You're going to have Hispanics on the second floor. Whites will probably be in the basement because diversity. And I don't know, queers can be on the roof. I don't get it, nor do I care. But how about the champion of diversity himself, Joe Biden? Is he living up to his promises? Fuck no. Senator Hirono, known for her hot takes. Biden obviously not fulfilling diversity promise in cabinet. Let's see what this dizzy bitch has to say. Mazie Hirono said Tuesday on MSNBC's Deadline that President Joe Biden was obviously not living up to his promise that his administration will reflect the country's diversity. Is that what we're going to do now? We're just going to go ahead and put people in the cabinet, not by how that they are qualified for the position, but by what kind of genitalia they want put in their mouth, or what color their leg hair is when they're out in the sun. Those are the qualifiers now. Who gives a shit? The entire administration's a dumpster fire, so why not inject your identity politics further? In fact, she's also joined by the spatula-footed senator from Illinois as well, and they're going to withhold support for Biden's nominees until more Asians are put forward. Oh, you'll love to see it. This administration, not even 100 days old, and it's already metastasized and spreading throughout the rest of the body. Senator Tammy Duckworth said that she will vote no to confirm nominee Colin Kahl for the Pentagon's top policy chief until President Joe Biden appoints Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders as nominees to vacant positions. When Duckworth asked White House staff about AAPI representation, she was told, "We're very proud of Vice President Harris." Oh, at least she had the common courtesy to refer to Kamala as a vice president, which Duckworth found incredibly insulting. She said until AAPI nominees are appointed to vacant positions, the Office of Budget Management, Federal Communications Commission, and other various cabinet positions, she will remain a no vote. That's a no dog. Duckworth lamented the administration's unimaginative response to her issue. That's not something you would say to a black caucus. Uh-oh, catfight! Senator Mazie Hirono echoed Duckworth's comments, relaying her dissatisfaction with life. Oh, the Biden's non-diverse nominees. That's right, they're all equally unqualified for their positions. She said with finger chimes on, "We would like to have a commitment from the White House that there will be a more diversity representation from the cabinet and in senior White House positions because the vice president's not enough. And until that happens, I will be joining her in voting on non-diversity nominees." So it's alright to be a racist as long as you do it against white people. And it doesn't even matter because now they're institutionalizing it. So this is going to be great fucking optics. We'll see if Biden's going to cave to it. Or if he even remembers who Mazie Hirono is. Or thanks Senator Tammy Duckworth for all of her hard work at her sumo wrestling competitions. Asking her if she's in fact achieved Yokozuna status yet. But yeah, that's just the left eating their own. I thought that'd be a fun way to end the day. And with that said, guys, I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.